Inter Milan coach Simone Inzaghi makes shocking statement about Arsenal ahead of the Champions League. Meanwhile, an important update on Odegaard excites fans. And to top it off, Lukas Podolski regrets Edu's big £65 million mistake for a forward, saying could have signed him for free. Stay with me until the end of the video to check out the latest Arsenal news straight from the Emirates Stadium. But before that, if you're as passionate about Arsenal as we are, don't waste any time and subscribe to our channel right now to stay updated on everything happening with the greatest team in the Premier League. And without further ado, let's dive into today's top news. When Arsenal and Inter Milan clash on matchday 4 of the Champions League, there's definitely some intriguing storylines in play. Both teams have kicked off their campaign strongly, remaining undefeated across their first 3 games, and now Mikel Arteta's Arsenal and Simone Inzaghi's Inter sit tied with 7 points each. Neither squad is aiming for the playoffs when this new Champions League group stage wraps up. They're both focused on securing one of those coveted top 8 spots for direct qualification. Arsenal is set to field a strong lineup against Inter Milan, possibly making a couple of adjustments following their loss to Newcastle United. One anticipated change is the return of Ben White to the starting XON, aiming to contain Lautaro Martinez and his teammates. Martinez, who was closely linked with Arsenal in 2023, now captains Inter and might be eager to make a statement at the San Siro. In a press conference ahead of the Champions League match against Arsenal, Inter Milan's manager, Simone Inzaghi, praised Mikel Arteta's team for their strength and clear tactical approach. Inzaghi noted that Arsenal has a recognizable game plan, which he intends to analyze and exploit during the upcoming encounter. Inzaghi said, "We know what awaits us. Before the break, we have 2 important games, and we will try to play 2 great matches. We are playing against 2 very strong teams, but our focus now is only on tomorrow. They have a recognizable game plan, a great coach in Arteta, and are therefore one of the strongest teams in Europe." Arsenal hoping to repeat their famous 5-1 victory over Inter Milan. As Arsenal prepares to face Inter at the San Siro, some fans might be reminiscing about that unforgettable night back in 2003. On that occasion, Arsene Wenger's Arsenal delivered a stunning 5-1 victory with goals from Freddie Ljungberg, Edu Gaspar, Robert Pires, and a brace from Thierry Henry. This time around, with Inter looking formidable, Arsenal would likely be pleased with any win, aiming to restore some confidence in their gameplay. Although Raheem Sterling's performances have fallen short of expectations so far, his experience could make a difference in Italy, especially since he'll miss the weekend's clash against his parent club, Chelsea. An important Martin Odegaard update has left excited Arsenal fans all making the same point. Martin Odegaard is getting close to making his comeback for Arsenal after a lengthy injury spell. The last time the Arsenal captain played was in their 1-1 draw with Brighton at the end of August. He picked up an ankle injury shortly after while on international duty with Norway, and since then, Arsenal has struggled a bit with breaking down opposing defenses, which has affected their consistency in the Premier League. Mikel Arteta will surely be relieved to see Odegaard back in training just in time for their Champions League showdown against Inter Milan. Arsenal fans respond to Martin Odegaard's Norway omission, despite the 25-year-old being fit to train again, and perhaps even being in line to feature against the Italian outfit on Wednesday evening. Norway have not included Odegaard in their squad for the upcoming international break. The former Real Madrid man will instead spend that period at the Emirates Stadium in what has proven to be welcome news to Arsenal fans on X. One said, "Odegaard being left out of the Norway squad is important because that means he made the decision. He's learning." One supporter stated, "There is no way the club could let him go without massive backlash. Glad they've all made the right decision." Another stated, "No point rushing him, better to wait till after the break." While there's a natural excitement about Odegaard's upcoming return for Arsenal, it's crucial that his comeback is managed with caution. Rushing him back too soon could risk aggravating the injury, something Arteta simply can't afford. In the bigger picture of this long season, keeping the captain fit and in top shape is essential. Odegaard's impact on the team is undeniable. Last season's Premier League performances speak volumes about his importance. Many believe he could even secure the Player of the Season title, but to have any real shot at that honor, the final stages of his recovery need to go off without a hitch. Lukas Podolski suggests player Arsenal could have signed for free in 2023 is exactly what Mikel Arteta needs. Speaking ahead of Wednesday's UEFA Champions League clash between Inter Milan and Arsenal, the 39-year-old highlighted Marcus Thuram as a potential danger man for the Gunners. Podolski said, "I say Thuram. Arsenal don't have a striker like that. There is Havertz. That's true, but he's not a no 9. That's the difference." Inter Milan actually managed to sign the France international for free in the summer of 2023 after his contract with Borussia Mönchengladbach expired. Arsenal were said to be keen on Thuram too during that summer, but ultimately decided to sign Kai Havertz in a £65 million deal from Chelsea. The Frenchman has ended up being a huge hit at the San Siro, scoring 23 goals and providing 19 assists in 59 appearances, while also winning the Serie A title and the Supercoppa Italiana. It could be argued that Arteta has realized his mistake in ignoring the chance to sign the 27-year-old on a free transfer based on reports emerging from Italy. A story from Inter Live recently stated that Arsenal could offer Gabriel Jesus in a deal to sign Thuram from Inter Milan in 2025, with the Brazil international struggling in North London. However, the son of Lilian Thuram would cost a significant amount. Inter Milan are said to value Thuram at £65 million, so unless the Italian giants entertain the potential inclusion of Jesus in a player plus cash deal, this move may not materialize. Arsenal staff are already ruining the day they didn't sign £60 million midfielder. Edu made a big mistake. After Edu Gaspar's departure from Arsenal, it's easy to look back and either pick apart or applaud his work. During his 5-year stint, there's no doubt he made a solid impact on the club. Today, Arsenal stands in a strong position to contend for major trophies with Mikel Arteta at the helm, and Edu deserves recognition for playing a role in that progress. At the same time, some fans might be eager for a fresh direction. Despite his efforts, Edu didn't quite achieve the full success everyone hoped for, and Arsenal's recent summer transfer window seems to be aging poorly with each passing week, while Ricardo Calafiori shows potential to be a standout. Doubts linger around Mikel Merino's effectiveness, and it's hard to ignore that Raheem Sterling hasn't lived up to expectations at Arsenal. In light of all this, sources at Arsenal Insider reveal that scouts within the club are already regretting their missed opportunity to bring in João Neves from Benfica, who ended up joining Paris Saint-Germain instead. Before PSG secured his signature in early August, the 20-year-old João Neves was a key name on Arsenal's radar as they searched for a new midfielder, eventually settling on Merino instead. Merino wasn't Arsenal's top choice, and now, within the Emirates, Neves is often considered the one that slipped through the cracks. Since joining PSG for £60 million in their post-Mbappe reshuffle, Neves has arguably emerged as one of Europe's standout players this season. The skilled yet compact defensive midfielder has adapted seamlessly to League One, though it's possible he'd have needed a bit more time to find his rhythm in the Premier League. Either way, Arsenal's left feeling the sting of PSG's swift move, which caught them off guard as Edu and his team were likely considering other targets. Rumor has it that Arsenal's focus may have been on Martin Zubimendi when PSG moved decisively, giving Neves the attention that made him feel like their top choice. Thomas Partey could benefit from João Neves' failure. Since Arsenal didn't bring in a new defensive midfielder over the summer, Thomas Partey has continued in the number 6 role this season, occasionally sharing responsibilities with Declan Rice. Arteta has mentioned that Partey's improved fitness this season could lead to a new contract offer for him. Whether this move would prevent Arsenal from still looking for a player similar to João Neves in the future remains uncertain. Meanwhile, questions surround Jorginho's future at the club, as it doesn't seem that he's close to signing a contract extension anytime soon. Well folks, those were the main news for today. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated on everything happening with our beloved team, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel now and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Thanks for joining us, and until the next video.